What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my demands. Like and subscribe. So, today was the day. Developer Direct. Something that these ponies and donkey unicorns can't relate to because they only get trashy, shady state of plays, which is like the state of play is a subjective kind of header because it's like the state of play is trash. That's it. That's what your state of play is trash, right? But Developer Direct, it's like behind the scenes. You know, the thing that Xbox is doing with Developer Direct with Tina Amini, Tina Amini, she is gold. They need to keep her forever and ever and ever because she is doing work. She's doing the best work in that field, whatever department that has ever been done in Xbox, and they need to keep her forever and ever. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Developer Direct, like back in the day, like, you know, I used to collect movies and stuff, DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever. And one thing I do miss is the behind the scenes, like featurettes and stuff. And they show you how they made the special effects or Star Wars or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. And you're like, oh, that's cool. That's really cool, right? And it ties into me doing Blender and being an artist and all that stuff. So I like that stuff. A lot of people like that stuff. And it's something that is missing. You can find some of that stuff on YouTube, of course, but it's not directly connected to the content anymore. It's kind of like ancillary. But this Developer Direct is the corporation, the company, Microsoft, Xbox saying, yo, let's go behind the scenes to these games. You know, maybe, I mean, it's not necessary, but I would say, yo, if you wanted to, it takes up a little bit more extra hard drive space, but I would say, look, why don't you do like a, you know, special, like the special edition that you guys have, add this Developer Direct stuff in the back of it, you know, like put the Fable stuff in the Fable, you know, special edition with the soundtrack and all that stuff, put all that stuff in there, plus some extra content, extra scenes, extra behind the scenes, extra interviews, all that stuff. We like that stuff. And also, it's not about just the graybeards and stuff. It's about the young people coming up in the industry that want to make games. They want to see that stuff. They want to see what they, you know, if they want to make games, they want to see behind the scenes, how stuff works, how they, you know, come up with these ideas and how they collaborate and how they make these things happen. And I mean, they could just dive in, but it would help the new generation coming into these industries to see that stuff. You know, it lights a fire underneath people, inspiration and all that. But besides the fact that the Developer Direct is better than anything Sony can put out, they only have one game a year at most because they suck. They're not doing TVs anymore. They just gave that up, so they lost the TV war. That's the last thing I would have imagined that them giving up on. They waved the flag of defeat. They said, we give up. We give up. We throw in the yellow flag because we're cowards. They don't have a white flag. They got a yellow flag because they're cowards and they don't want to step up. They just want to make sure they ain't broke. That's how broke they are. They're like, how can we not spend as much money but make money? And so here's the thing, right? This is tying into yesterday's video, but if you kind of extrapolate what they are doing with their TV division, or what they did with their TV division, giving up the TV division to TCL, and you extrapolate that to other portions of their hardware business, and you say, okay, well, it takes $1 billion to make a console. Each console generation costs at least $1 billion, and they're like, yo, they don't have that money. They don't have the money for the research, all that stuff, you know, all the research and development. And so they're like, well, why should we spend all this money? You see what's happening, right? They're going to TCL to make their OEM TVs, if you will. And meanwhile, the ponies and donkey unicorns are, oh, Microsoft's giving up. This is third-party hardware, blah blah blah. What do you think Sony is doing right now with their TVs? They're testing the waters. They're like, okay, can we do this with the TVs? Are we gonna make money? Are we gonna be successful? We're gonna do that with the console too. You mark my words. They're going to do the exact same thing that Microsoft is doing. They're going to get all these secondary manufacturers to make an OEM product for PlayStation, for Sony, that is a PlayStation, the JVC PlayStation, you know, the LG PlayStation, just like they did with the 3DO. That's what they're going to do. And I mean, look, if y'all don't think the console war is over, I mean, it's over. Sony is dragging their feet through the carcass that was the console war. It's not the console war anymore. It's about what games you are making. That's the thing. And it's like, if you make the most successful games and you sell the most games, does it matter if you have a plastic box that has your name on it? I mean, to some, it's like, yeah, you can make it, you know, to appease the hardcore fans and stuff. But in the bigger picture, it doesn't matter, because I've said this before, I said it again, the most successful games are never exclusive. Never. In the history of video games, the most successful games, never exclusive. So Microsoft is like, yo, we trying to get the most successful games. Exclusivity, whatever. Let's get that Fortnite money. Let's get that. I mean, they got Minecraft, but that's not exclusive. They got that Minecraft money. They already know. They have a machine working within their system. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the Dev Direct. Oops. We talk about the Dev Direct. And I got all smudgems in them. And I was working. I said, let me take a break. Let me watch this real quick. I sat back and watched. First, they showed Forza Horizon 6. I was sold before they even showed it. I was like, let's go. Like I said, Microsoft Phil, P3, please put that 2009 Chevrolet Trailblazer SS in there, please. Put the OEM, the original equipment, rims on there. I mean, it doesn't matter the color, because we could customize the colors. But I want the six spoke. Yeah, it's a 6-spoke. It's very nice. 20-inch, 20 by. I think they have 20 by 9s. I think I have 20 by 8s on mine, but you can do 20 by 9s. But of course, they have those too, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, do that, please. Thank you. Anyway, I was watching that, right? And granted, I was watching on my phone, so I'm gonna rewatch it in like glorious 1440p, 4K, whatever it's gonna be. And it looks so. And remember, like the last one, when Forza Horizon 5, when they were like showing it off, like, this is Forza Horizon 5, and it's like, oh, that's just a CG. That's not in game. And then it was in game, and it started following the cars. Like, oh, it like smacked everybody up and down the internet. Like, oh snap, look at that, right? It looks so good. I'm looking at these graphics. I'm like, how are they making these games look so? This is a racing game, and I'm looking at the grass. I'm like, yo, that grass look better than Ghost of Yote. For real. It ain't all like this and stuff, because they ain't trying to be artistic. They're trying to just be like, yo, we got wheat too. You see the wheat? We got wheat. They grow wheat, and with your cherry blossom tree. I'm like, come on, son. And they got seasons. Come on, son. Over 500 cars at launch. Come on, son. They even have like super dope Majesty Island, whatever the hell it's called. I'm like, yo, hold up. You gotta like get good, and then you get access to the island where you get even more stuff. I'm like, yo. And then they have like it's not called Forge, but it's like the Forge for Forza. I'm like, yo, they are going. And they showed, okay, this is what sealed it. I mean, I was already gonna be in for this game, but this super sealed it for me. They showed a little bit of the Tokyo Freeway. I was like, but it was daytime. But I was like, oh, there they go. They showed the Initial D. They even had the car. Is it a Nissan? I think it's a Datsun, actually. I don't remember, the white car. Initial D on the mountain doing the skip. You know what I'm saying? Doing the drift, and I was like, oh. I mean, I wasn't in Initial D that much, but Tokyo Extreme Racer, yes. And what did they show? I know someone on that team played Tokyo Extreme Racer, because they showed the black Porsche. They showed the black, and it was kind of. I was like, wait, is that the actual right year? It looked like the right year too. I was like, oh, hell to the nah. Y'all stop playing with my emotions. I was like, oh, yes, They got it was like only one like 3-second clip. I was like, it was so good. It was so good. I was like, yo, okay, they doing a thug dizzle, and I watched Sean's and Ray Ray's stream of it, so they talked over some stuff. So I definitely got to rewatch it to get the fullness of it. Pause. But yeah, dude, man, and it's they even have like different leadership because the leaders of Forza Horizon 5 and previous games, they left it to make their own studio because they felt like they couldn't do what they actually wanted to do. And I think it has to do with, like I said this before, it has to do with the licensing, and you can't really do the destruction like BeamNG or anything like that with these licensed cars. They don't allow it. I mean, maybe if they paid them extra or something, maybe they would, but whatever. But I was like, all right, that's fine. And I looked at this, I'm like, Forza Horizon, that's it and that's all. I'm good. That's the first thing they showed. I was like, all right, cool. Then they showed Beast of something, whatever it's called. I was like, it's okay. I'll play it because it's gonna be on Game Pass. Oh, also, everything they show on Game Pass and Play Anywhere. So I'm like, come on, son. I'm buying Forza though. I'm buying Forza because that's a forever game. I'm buying that. Japan, come on, son. You gotta have Japan. Gotta have Japan. Got the Tokyo Tower. Come on, son. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Anyway, so they showed the Beast of whatever. I forgot what it's called. I was like, I'll play it. And then they showed Kill 'Em. And that's when Sean and them were goofing on it. And I was like, it's a multiplayer pottery brawler. it's like, it sounds so goofy. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be good. So I mean, I'll try it out. Like I said, it's on Game Pass, Play Anywhere. So try it out, see what's up. Ain't no harm in trying out some games. You know what I'm saying? But the main event was Fable. Come on, son. Fable. Look, Playground Games is in the running to surpass Obsidian as MVP of Xbox right now. MVP of Microsoft Gaming Studios as a whole. They are because I'm looking at Forza Horizon 6, I'm like, yes, that's a 10 out of 10. Looking at Fable, I'm like, oh snap. You could customize your character. You could be a dude. You could be the homegirl that they original. You could be a different homegirl if you want. You could be a snow bunny. You could be whatever you want. I'm like, you could have different houses like in the other Fable game. You got mad wives. You know what I'm saying? My wife. You could have that. You got mad cheerings and stuff. Cheerings running around. Man, shoot. You got real estate. You could be a freaking landlord. You could be a real estate mogul. That's the word. You could be I was like, okay, that's the Fable stuff. That's all the Fable stuff. Oh wait, I forgot something about Forza that is new. And they said, what do they call it? Compound or something? Where they give you a plot of land in the open world and you could build your house and the factory and all kind of. I was like, oh hell to the no. Y'all are just giving us more. Day one, 10 out of 10. I don't even have to play it. I already know. You call me a bot, you call me whatever, but y'all know the ponies and donkey unicorns, y'all gonna buy it, y'all gonna play it, y'all know. Anyway, Fable. So you could buy houses in Fable. You can have your real estate. You could have people paying rent. You could kick them out. They showed the dude, kicked him out in the street. I was like, okay, that's messed up. It's just a bunch of stuff, man. I'm like, yeah, okay. Then you got the magic. They showed a little bit of the magic, a little lightning thing, throw the lightning down, all the hobs get all zip zapped. And then I don't know what it is. Like there was a chicken, right? And then she did some magic or whatever, and it turned into a human. So I was like, wait, was the chicken originally a human and turned into a human? Or was it a chicken that she turned into a human? I don't know. It's so weird. So I was like, that's kind of cool too. They got the original towns too from the first and second game, Bowerstone, and what was the other town called? I can't remember. But I was like, yo, this is good. They got swamps. They got freaking and like the open world looked crazy nice. I was like, yo. And then the one thing that I liked, it's kind of a spoiler, but it's not, where you have to deal with Dave. And at first I was just like, oh, he's just a giant. But no, he was a regular dude, and he came and he stumbled onto a formula of a enlarging formula. That's not our pause. It was a gigantism formula. I don't know, a formula that make the vegetables all big and stuff. And I guess he messed up. He experimented and he took it by accident. I don't know what happened. Anyway, he turned himself into a giant, right? And so that's what you see in the first trailer, where he's fighting with you. And so they said that choices, right? If you choose to kill him, his body stays in the landscape, and it affects property values. And I was like, what? Wait, what? And then it also affects your relationship or whatever, how his sister kind of views you. So I'm like, I got to see how that dynamic is. If she actually likes him as a brother, blah blah blah, and then I'll decide then. Like if she's like a whatever, if she's a biatch, I'm like, sorry, your brother got to go. But I don't want to kill him. I don't know. I think I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live. Maybe give him the antidote or something. I'm choking. I'm choking. Sorry. Oh, that's better. But yes, this developer direct. It's like I don't understand how these donkey unicorns and these ponies can sit here and say whatever they're saying, because they ain't got no games. They got no look when they show the state of play with Wolverine again. Oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing. Like this didn't just happen. Like Xbox isn't putting out the best racing game this year. It's gonna be better than any other racing game. Don't even put out another racing game, because y'all know Forza is gonna kill it. Forza is gonna be on top. Fable, that's another one. Action RPG, man. That's Yeah, this is a good year. They're starting off real good. And I have a feeling like each month they're gonna have a little something for us. Something for us, man. And Fable comes out. No, Forza comes out May 19th. I'm like, and then Fable's in the fall, and Beast of Reincarnation, whatever it's called, is summer, I believe. So that's cool. We got good. Then of course you got Call of Duty in November. Master Chief whatever it's called. Halo campaign evolved. That's probably gonna come out. I'll say September. I'll say September. I think Marathon isn't Marathon supposed to come out in a couple of weeks? Oh no, that's High Guard. Jesus, people are clowning on High Guard, boy. I don't know, but anyway, the Dev Direct was fire, except for Kill 'Em. That was and Beast of Reincarnation. But look, you say. You look and you see what the MVP is. It's Playground. It's Obsidian, but it's Playground right now. Playground got the shine for 2026, and it's yeah, man. There's no competition. You can say, man, look. Here's what I got to say about PlayStation. Their games, every single one of their one game a year has to be a banger, because it can't be Ghost of Yote, because that was not a banger. That was like next. Very underwhelming. Besides the main actress and all that, political stuff, whatever. I'm just saying the game itself, whatever. It's forgotten. Nobody's talking about it right now. Ponies aren't talking about that. That's the last game that was their last exclusive. Who's talking about that? Nobody. Nobody's talking about that jack right there. Just saying. Meanwhile, we got games coming out every 2 months. Well, that's all we know. But of course, on the summer showcase, they're gonna be like, okay, we got 59 more games coming. Like, oh damn, so many games. it's a good time to be an Xbox, yo. It's a good time to be an Xbox fan. It's a good time to have an Xbox. It's a bad time to be a PlayStation fan. They getting out the TV business. They getting out the home audio business. Look, it's like you have to look at what's going on. You see that their empire is crumbling. PlayStation, it's only a matter of time before PlayStation feels it too, because they can't afford to do, like I said, they can't afford to do the research and development for an okie doke system that ain't gonna sell nothing. And just because they say, "Oh, we made 80 million," that's not what you sold. They're trying to pull Nintendo on y'all. Don't be fooled. Anyway, I appreciate you hanging out. Like and subscribe. Hit me in the comments below. Let me know what you think about what you thought about the Dev Direct. What was your favorite game and why? And yeah, man, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Like, I'm so hyped. I'm gonna play Forza Horizon 5 later, and I'm gonna pretend I have a Trailblazer. Come on, Phil. Don't make me pull a Tim Dog and call the office and be like, Phil, you guys think I need the Trailblazer, Phil. Phil, what you gonna do, Phil? Can I get the Trailblazer, Phil? Sorry, I don't have a bad mic like Dirt's prop. I like Dirt how he does it, but he doesn't have the accent quite right. And I've been trying to practice it. That was bad right there, but my throat is still messed up, which is kind of behind the scenes. Real quick, I'm trying to do this video. It's like a parody ad, and I can't do it because my voice is messed up. And I need my voice to be, because like right now I'm choking, and if I start it and I'm in the middle and my voice goes out, then I have to redo the whole thing over again. So I'm like, So, but I'm working on the CG aspect of it, so I'm just gonna get that done real quick, and so I'll give my voice another week or so, and then I can bust it out. But anyway, I appreciate rambles, and talk to you on the next one. Take the week.